Canada and the UK share so many things. However, there are some things where we're just different. In this video, I'm gonna tell you 5 things that I think that Canada does better than the UK. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So, first of all, I just want to say that I love both countries so much. While I'm talking about things that Canada does better, that's not to say that I don't think there's things that the UK does better compared to Canada. And just to quickly clarify, I lived in the southeast of England and London, so most of my experiences are going to be based on that. And I'm very aware that if you're living in somewhere like the north of England, then your views are probably going to be different to mine, and that is okay. So just take everything I say here with a pinch of salt. So let's go. So Canadians are just more social compared to people in England. Living in the UK, I knew that we could sometimes be antisocial, and that's myself included there. But I didn't realise how antisocial we are, at least in comparison to Canada. It just feels like anybody will have a chat to you or at least help you when needed. While this clearly isn't always the case, I love that people will just stop what they're doing and have a chat to you. Whether you're getting groceries, whether you're at a restaurant, or whether you're just lining up for something, people will always find a reason to talk to you. And that's something that I noticed as soon as I moved here. Even being at the airport, people were just so friendly, so nice, and you can end up striking up a conversation with somebody for almost any reason, and that's actually a really nice thing. And when I think about it like this, Canadians are just really kind people and also very approachable as well. Now, this isn't to say that people in the UK are unfriendly and unkind. I just think that people in England are a little bit more reserved, especially in a city like London. And if anyone's been on the tube in London, you will know that you do not talk to anybody. And when I find people talking to anybody on the tube, then you can probably assume it's a Canadian, because it's something that we just don't really do in the UK. So the second thing that I think that England could learn from Canada is to treat everybody with respect regardless of their social class. Now, this is something which I feel like has a really big part of UK culture, and something which, to be honest, I'm not a fan of. And one thing I love in Canada is that I don't feel like it has that same social class system compared to what it does in the UK. Now, this is because you treat everybody equally regardless of what their social status is, and to be honest, why does it matter? Now, that's not to say that Canada doesn't have its own problems, and if anybody has seen the media recently, you will know how badly Canada has treated people from First Nation and Indigenous communities. However, overall, I don't feel like Canada has that social class status like the UK does. So in that case, well done, Canada. So the third thing that I think England could learn from Canada is just how relaxed the atmosphere is here, especially in Saskatchewan, where I am currently living. Now, while this can be the case in the UK depending on where you are, I just find that life seems to go at a much slower pace here, and this is really nice because it means that you have time to reflect, to think about the things that are meaningful for you. If you are employed in Canada, you may be entitled to certain benefits with your employer. Now, this could be things such as your dentist, your optician, if you need a massage, if you want some nutrition advice and things like that. And this is something that you pay directly into from your employer, and then sometimes your employer will match that up as well. Now, you may be asking if you're from the UK. Well, hang on a minute, we get the NHS. And to that I have to say that is true. However, my employee benefits, for example, covers things like my opticians and also a certain amount of money towards my glasses as well. Whereas in the UK, sometimes my test was free, but then I had to pay for glasses. So again, it's just one little benefit which I find about working within Canada, and something that I don't feel like I had in the UK. Now, with that said though, just to clarify, not everybody will get those benefits. So it does depend on the job you do and your employer as well. One thing I would recommend is if you are applying for a job in Canada, this is something you should definitely ask about before you take on employment. Finally, the fifth thing that I think that England could learn from Canada is road trips. And you could be asking, well, hang on a minute, people in the UK also go on road trips, and what I'm going to tell you is that when I lived in the UK, I barely ever went on a road trip, or at least for a long one anyway. And this is something that I find Canadians just do all the time. Now, this is partly because the country is just so big, so there is so much to see, and also getting around takes a lot longer. So sometimes you don't really have any choice, but if you want to go somewhere, you need to drive there, especially in Saskatchewan, where public transport, at least where I live, is pretty much non-existent. With that said, it's just such a nice way of being able to see more of the province, especially where I live in Saskatchewan, and the only way I feel like I'm able to do that is by going on road trips and in the car. So there we have it. There was 5 things that I think that Canada does better than the UK. Now, do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. I would really love to hear your thoughts and views on this, because this is just my opinion. This may not be right, and as I've said, everyone is going to have a different opinion on this, so I would love to hear from you. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jack, and I recently moved to Canada, and I'm making videos to help anybody who is interested in moving to Canada. So if that is something you are interested in, then feel free to hit that subscribe button, and it'll be a great help if you could give the video a thumbs up. If there's anything you want to see from me, again, feel free to let me know. If you want to find out things that shock you about Canada, then feel free to check out this video here. But that's it from me today, so take care, speak soon, and stay safe. Bye.